Hello folks, welcome back to the Urban Rider Studio, where I have an item from Belstaff. Now Belstaff is celebrating a pretty big year. It is their centenary, so they've got a host of new designs for 2024, and they've also got some revisals for some very popular lines of theirs as well. This obviously being one of them. This is the Belstaff Roberts, and it has got a number of different improvements across it. Now, it is a slightly different design from the likes of the Belstaff Brooklyns or Trailmaster, which also have some updates. I would say a little bit more of a simple design, dare I say a little bit more modern looking as well, whilst still retaining a heritage look. It manages to cut a pretty decent balance between the two. The Brooklyns and the Trailmaster arguably have a few more updates than the Roberts. This one is fairly simple to cover. The biggest update really comes in the form of extra venting, which I will explain in further detail. And the other really nice thing to take away from the start of this review is the price decrease. I did say decrease, that rarely ever happens. So this now actually is £475 as of the making of this video. Safety-wise, this still has a CE single A certification. It also comes complete with D3O armor, level 1 at your elbows and your shoulders, and has a pocket for a back protector if you want to get one. Material-wise, it hasn't had quite the same update as the Brooklyns or the Trailmaster. Nevertheless, it still uses a modern and up-to-date version of wax cotton, which is a mix of polyester and cotton. It obviously has a wax treatment to it. It is very tough, very hard wearing, and it is also water repellent, which means that water won't sit on the fabric quite as easily. It helps stop the outer fabric from wetting out, which definitely helps with waterproofing. But then for ultimate waterproofing, you have the waterproof and breathable membrane on the inside, just so you're fully covered. It has a matte finish, which I prefer to older types of wax cotton or other cheaper styles of wax cotton as well, which have a shinier finish, but they're also a little bit more oily and waxy feeling. So they leave deposits on your fingers, which is never nice. This is much nicer to handle, and I think this is where they feel a little bit more premium than a lot of their competition. Now, it is still a pretty lightweight feeling jacket. It's an 8-ounce wax cotton actually that they use on this, but it is a fairly light jacket in terms of their lineup, and it is a shorter cut as well. Now, if it was in the height of winter or just in colder temperatures in general, I would probably favor the likes of the Brooklyns or the Trailmaster over this myself personally, but this is still versatile in terms of the season you can get away with this jacket. And depending on what you couple it with, it can be pretty flexible. If you are riding in warmer temperatures though, a big update for this one, of course, are the vents, which you can see at the top of your bicep there on your arm, and you have exit vents at your ribs. So it is more breathable than the previous Roberts. It's also, I'm going to say about as breathable, maybe a little bit more breathable because of the exclusion of the storm flap over the front there than the likes of the new Brooklyns. It definitely will be more breathable than the Trailmaster because that one doesn't have the same venting and it is a little bit bigger. You can see quilting at your shoulders, across the top of your shoulders and at your elbows, not diamond quilting, so arguably I suppose a bit more of a modern look to it. You haven't got the same sort of buckle across your neck. You have snaps instead, which are a little bit quicker and easier to use. You have the antique looking brass metal adornments across this with the Belstaff logo on them. They're really nice to use. They're very smooth across the whole jacket. The same is true of the zip, and it's one of my favorite areas of the jacket. Of course, it's somewhere you'll interact with a lot on a motorcycle jacket, so it does need to be right, but it's got a very smooth action. It's got this roller there as well. It's just, like I say, really nice to operate. And then you've got corduroy around your neckline. You will notice the snap of the bottom there actually has a silicone coating, so it's kind of to your paintwork. And then opening it fully, you can see this check liner that we've come to know and love from Belstaff, and this Napoleon pocket as well on the inside. Now, although you've got storage on the outside, you have 4 pockets. I would recommend, if you have something that needs to be bone dry, stick it on the internal pocket because that's inside the waterproof liner. as opposed to the outer pockets, which are on the outside. They are still water resistant. If you do have something really precious, stick it on that inside pocket. Those are the details explained. Now, when it comes to the sizing with this jacket, we have a large on the mannequin here. He is a 40-inch chest. What we've found is that the Roberts sizes slightly more snug than the likes of the Brooklyns or the Trialmaster, for example. We have got a size guide on the website. If you do need to refer to it, that's why it's there and why we keep it up to date. What I would say with this one is if you find yourself often between two sizes, say you're between a medium and a large, I would probably favor the larger size on this occasion. But of course, if you've got any questions or comments about sizing or anything else, drop them down below. Keep your eyes peeled for the rest of Belstaff's range because we've got a lot more coming from them this year, and I'll see you soon.